Hi guys, Tyler here, and I'm back with another reading fanfiction. We're back with chapter 3 of Expect the Unexpected. If you want to follow along, I will put a link in the description below for the chapter. And if you want to see the other two previous chapters, it was Reading Fanfics 2 and 3. Because the first one was a different story, which I probably should get back to at one point because it is very good, and it's another FNAF story, kind of. It's a FNAF crossover. And also, if you can tell, I'm in the FNAF 6 Pizzeria location. I've not checked the fence yet. I would like to, because I've never seen what's on the other side of them. But yeah. So I think the last two chapters was, chapter 1 was night 1, and then chapter 2 was the aftermath of night 1. So chapter 3 should be night 2. Yeah. Also, let's have Cupcake out. No, I can't hug you. I want to hug him. I think you can hug plushies, I think. Maybe, I don't know. I might be thinking of something else. Anyway, chapter 3, night 2. Ruby settled in her chair and waited as the minutes to tick by. Okay. Unknown to her, Goldie was watching with equal anticipation. Eventually, the clock struck 12, the game began, and the phone rang. That sounded like it rhymed a bit. Oh, what the? Okay, that was not awkward at all. Bye, random fox creature. Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this, and you've made it to day 2, congrats! Voice sounded rather happy at this. Ruby couldn't help but smile. Thanks, Steve. Think the bots made it today too? I really annoyed Bonnie. His eye twitched when I came in earlier. I won't talk quite as long this time, because since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses, Steve said it a little nervously. Oh yeah, I should mention that Steve is in quotation marks, because it's not his real name. It's the name Ruby gave him. Oh really? I guess my teasing didn't help much either, Ruby mused. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place. You know, Steve trailed off. Fine, I'm checking. Your concern touches me. Ruby flicked through the cameras. Huh, Bonnie's not wasting any time, I see. And yep, in the closet. Goldie had to stifle a giggle as Ruby chuckled at the rabbit's antics. Interesting enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. Ruby raised her eyebrow. Sorry, this is funny now. Stage hog? Yeah, Freddy, are you a stage hog? Is that why you don't come off in the first 2 nights? Because you want the stage to yourself? Because Chica and Bonnie come off the stage and now you've got the stage all to yourself? That would make so much sense. Ruby couldn't stop the giggle. No, not Ruby, sorry. Goldie couldn't stop the giggle, and Ruby looked around the room suspiciously. I heard it becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? Oh, so they told you something. Hey? Ruby frowned. And yet they don't tell the helpless 15-year-old girl anything. Helpless? Right. Goldie rolled her eyes. I heard what you said to the manager. You traumatized the man. This is her thinking as well, so. Because that would be awkward if she suddenly said that aloud. And it's like, who said that? What said that? Are there ghosts in here? Okay. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. That was just to emphasize my point. Okay. I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your care reviews, and those blind spots happen to be right outside of your doors. Who designed this place? Oh wait, I said that wrong. Who designed this place? Ruby muttered as she checked the camera again. Hey, the music stopped. I didn't notice. Huh. Okay. Bunny stared right at the camera really close up. Hey, hold on. Here's on display. Ruby muttered as she checked the cameras again. Bonnie stared right at the camera, really close up, had her jumping, giving a yelp. She blinked before grinning. Alright, buddy, that was a good one. I'll give you that. She chuckled. So, if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the doorway. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger. Persons. I'm not implying that. Of course not, she muttered dryly. You're a terrible liar, Steve. Also, check on the curtain and pirate code from time to time. Ruby sat up, just a little straighter at that. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. You know you just contradicted yourself. Yeah. Seriously, how do you deal with Fox? Do you look at him or do you not look at him? Like, what? Does he like to be peeked on or watched or something? Or does he like, is he one of those people who like their privacy or something? I don't know. She frowned, pointing accusingly at the phone. Maybe he doesn't like being watched. He comes after me for watching. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon. Hulk halted it. And now the fun begins. That last part was me, by the way. Okay, bye! Ruby called cheerfully, leaping to her feet. So, Fox is joining the party. She grinned. Cool. Should make things more interesting. As she skipped out the door with the tablet, Goldie materialized. She wants things to be more interesting. Maybe Bonnie's right, and she really is crazy. Goldie shook her head as she heard Ruby yell, "Oh, Bunny boy!" was followed by an explosion, hysterical laughter, and Bonnie crying out in surprise. Wonder what happened. Yeah, hold on. Wonder what just happened. She debated going to check before deciding against it. Probably safer my poster. Meanwhile, Ruby was doubled over with laughter while pointing a shaking bat at a rather dumbfounded bot. You should see your face, she gasped out between bouts of uncontrollable giggling. Bonnie was now covered in glitter. It stuck very nicely in his fur. The rabbit was still staring at her in shock. One night she hits him, the next she covers him in glitter. What the heck was that? He yelled. She straightened herself. She straightened up somewhat before withdrawing something from her bag and showed glitter bomb. She managed, still giggling a little. Made for myself. Bonnie looked down at himself. Well, he couldn't say that they weren't effective, but they were super effective. Here, have another one. Oops. Here, have another, bunny boy. She tossed the spear at him, or he could react, and scurried into a nearby vent. Oh, if there were only actually vents in that pizzeria, but there's not. But one can dream. Bonnie swiped at the air again in an attempt to clear his vision. He was not going to remind her pranking genius. He wasn't. No matter how badly he wanted to know how to make that. So do I. Actually, that's probably a bad idea after all. She called him old after all, and slow, and he was supposed to stuff her in a suit and all. Ruby was still giggling as she crawled out of a vent in one of the fires. Oh, I'm so glad I brought those. She finally regained control as she checked the cameras again. Her finger hovered over the icon to bring up Pirate Cove. Steve seemed kind of confused about Foxy, so better not bother him and see how things go. She nodded to herself, put the tablet away, and jogged off to the kitchen with a plan already in mind. Foxy hummed to himself as he relaxed in his coat. Wow, he's having the time of his life, isn't he? It seemed quieter tonight, minus the mildly concerning explosion, and the night guard for once wasn't constantly turning his camera on and off. Maybe this one wasn't too bad. He wouldn't mind if she stayed, except for, well, that thing. He sighed. Even if she was leaving him alone, he was going to have to join us sooner or later. Hopefully, later. Hearing footsteps approach, too heavy to be human, he stuck his head out the curtain and then did a double take. Bunny, what happened to you? He asked, blinking rapidly as if that would dispel some illusion. Sorry. I was just imagining the fox looking out and seeing Bonnie walking by covered in glitter still, like looking so upset with himself and like so sorry or so grumpy. The purple rabbit looked up and scowled at Foxy. He was absolutely covered in glitter. You look like a unicorn threw up on you. I probably should do the Empire accent, but I'm only willing to commit so much to this, he stated bluntly. The night guard got me with glitter bombs. Bombs. Bonnie muttered, well, if you didn't like her before, Foxy sure liked her now. He started laughing. Yeah, just wait until she gets you with one. You can't see properly for like 10 minutes. Why haven't you come out yet anyway? He frowned at the end. Foxy pointed in the general direction of the camera. He wasn't taking his eye off the walking disco ball anytime soon. Lass hasn't bothered me, so why bother her yet? He chuckled. Bonnie just sulked. You got distracted by those glitter bombs, didn't you, Bonnie? Bon. Foxy asked, seeing the full look on the other's face. What? Bonnie immediately went back to school. Of course not! Just annoyed that I'd lost her. Foxy sighed and shook his head as he watched Bonnie stomp off. Everyone knew about his love of pranking. Not that he found much time to do it anymore. And no doubt the night guard was giving him ideas. Very good ideas. Brilliant ideas. I want to be Ruby's friend. She sounds cool. Another explosion went off in the direction of the kitchen. I don't think Chick's gonna be happy with that. The kitchen is her domain after all. Anyway, I don't think I'm coming out just yet, he muttered to himself. We're heading back into Pipe Cove. So, like, imagine it like this. I'm sorry I'm bored that I keep interrupting myself during this, but I feel like it's boring if I just keep reading, but imagine it like this. Foxy peeking his head out the curtain to see Bonnie, and then as soon as when Bonnie goes and he hears an explosion, he slinks back into the shadows, or in this case, the curtains. Sorry, it just amuses me. I really love this one story so much. 4 a.m. rolled around, and Ruby was crawling out another vent in the middle of another giggling fit. Fans spread glitter so well, she giggled to herself. I'll apologize to the cleaning crew later. She looked around for any bots when a poster caught her eye. Well, when she looked before the cameras, it looks like a poster. Now it looked like a newspaper article. Curious, she went over to look. Kids vanish at local pizzeria? Bodies not found? Huh? Ruby's eyes grew wider as she read the article. Missing kids? Someone used a mascot costume? At least they caught the guy. But how did he get a hold of the costume in the first place? She felt uneasy all of a sudden, and that feeling of being watched that she felt in the office suddenly intensified. Looking up, she spotted another article further down the hall. She walked over it and started reading. 5 children now reported missing. Suspect convicted. But the bodies were never found. I wonder, did the charges stick? Or did the bastard get off? Well, according to the new FNAF game, apparently they didn't stick. So, guess he did. She frowned at the thought and glared at the paper as if it could answer. Looking around, she spotted a third one. Please get better, she muttered. Local pizzeria threatened with shutdown over sanitation. Ruby looked down at the carpets, inched a little further away from the wall. Sorry, it was funny. She continued to read. Foul odor, blood, and mucus. It looks like mucus, but it's not. Mucus. Yeah, whatever. Liken them to animated carcasses? Oh no, they did not call my child the heroes of reanimated carcasses. Glaring around, she spied yet another newspaper. Stomping over, she started to read, still looking annoyed. Local Pizzeria is set to close by year's end. A sad look came over her face as she read. Eyes closed because that bastard? These characters will live on. Hearts of kids. These characters will live on. Ruby gave a general smile at that. Yeah, they hung around and Freddy's came back. The smile melted into a frown, however. She gazed around, seeing no more newspapers. But I wonder, that guy that did it. Glaring at nothing in particular, she tightened her grip on Betty, continued down the hallway. She was gone, Goldie materialized in midair. She turned to look at the newspaper next to her sadly, but then frowned and looked up at where Ruby had gone. Childhood heroes? She wondered softly. Foxy had finally been annoyed into helping by Bonnie's whines, and he stalked down one of the halls in annoyance. At least when the guards stayed in the office, he didn't have to go wandering around the whole building. How big is this one? I think it's different from the first pizzeria. FNAF 1 pizzeria. Now that I'm thinking. Like, it's similar, but it's, like, bigger. Because that's what I'm feeling like, author, writer, person who wrote this fanfic. How big is this place? It's like, I feel like it's expanding slowly as the story goes on. It's like, do you guys, like, have a general idea how big this thing is? By the way, there's 2 people running this now. While working on this fanfic. Anyway, as he turned a corner, he stopped. So did the guard across from him. She blinked in surprise when she saw him, then smiled and waved. Hey, Foxy, ready to join the fun? She called down the hall. He shifted his weight. He was faster than any of the others. Time to see what she was made of. Think you can outrun me, lass? He called. Her grin widened, and he spoke to her. We'll have to see. There's a vent dead center down this hall. She pointed, and he saw the one she was talking about. Think you can get to it for me? She grinned cheekily, and then took off. So did he. Never thought this would happen. A guard running towards me, he wondered as the distance closed rapidly. She made it by the skin of her teeth. Foxy huffed a bit in annoyance, but mostly he was impressed with her speed. He could hear her panting from the vent. Ah, that was close. She laughed breathlessly. You might need to give Bonnie tips. He couldn't help but chuckle at that. See you around, Foxy. I got a bunny and a chicken to annoy. Mrs. told him that she was headed away from the opening, and soon he was alone. She really was something. She hadn't even flinched when she just barely slipped by him. Well, I helped out. I'm heading back to the cove, he muttered. Wonder what she'll do to them next. More glitter bombs is what you'll do. And maybe doing damage to the kitchen. I don't know. She seems to like going into that place. Because it's Chica's domain. By the end of the night, Bonnie and Chica were utterly spent. They collapsed on the stage as 6 a.m. chimes rang. Bonnie still looked like the unicorn had barked for him, and Chica, well, she was somehow covered in flour from head to toe. Freddie stared at them in shock, and then looked up at the night guard, who was leaning against the wall near the front door. She grinned when he met her gaze. All right. I know about Bonnie and the glitter. Chica, lass, ow, flour, he asked, sticking his head into the room. Don't know how, but she made a bag of flour explode in the kitchen, Chica moaned. Bonnie's ears perked up at the information, but he bit back the question. Really didn't look apologetic in the least. Well done, girlfriend. You don't look apologetic. Maybe you should go get cleaned up. Before the staff arrived, Freddie suggested, still staring at Ruby. Why was she still here? Foxy was using the wool as support while he laughed at the rabbit and chicken trudged. As the rabbit and chicken trudged past him towards the bathroom. I'm guessing you're participating tomorrow, Spare? the guard asked when Foxy's chuckles had finally tempered off. Freddie just narrowed his eyes at her. She smiled innocently and shrugged. An awkward silence descended on them. Foxy started back to his cove, and by the time Bonnie and Chica came back clean, Ruby was still there. The gang finally took their places as the door opened to the morning views. To say they were surprised to find the night guard still there and breathing was an understatement. Morning! She chirped at their confused expressions. Night guard? One asked hesitantly. Yep. She grinned. Why are you still here? Another question. Oh, well, I wanted to apologize. She continued to grin. You are not sorry for what you did. You're just doing it for, I don't know, for convenience or something. I don't know. They still looked confused. There was a slight incident with glitter, so the place is kind of covered in it. And there's flour all over the kitchen. Well, better flour and glitter than blood, guts, and gore. Trust me, it'd be a lot better. They got to her shot. Yeah, so sorry. It'll probably happen again too. But hey, better than blood and guts, right? Oh, I had gore. That's probably okay. She smirked at their expressions before heading for the door. As she was about to leave, she paused and turned back. Almost forgot. See you next time, Cottontail, Featherhead, Honeypot, Foxy. She hollered so loudly that it echoed through the building. Then she was gone. As the cleaners slowly gathered their wits and began to check out the glitter and flower damage, Bonnie complained in a whisper. Why did she only ever call Foxy by name? Freddie's just sighed in annoyance. With her there, they hadn't been able to ask Goldie about the phone call. Now they are going to have to find time to sneak away during the day to talk to her. Hopefully the night guard didn't show up and bother them this time. Ruby sighed in relief when she landed on her bed at home. It had been fun, but still, 3 bats at once was a workout. Well, at least Foxy had left her alone. Mostly, except for that bent race. That was pretty cool. She smiled at the ceiling. Plus, they didn't ignore her after her shift like last time, so that was good. Progress, right? Did that sound weird? Okay. She chuckled to herself again as she remembered Bonnie's face when she unveiled the glitter bombs. Oh, that had been funny. Foxy didn't seem really into the whole chasing and killing the night guard thing though. And why does it feel like I'm being watched sometimes when I'm at Freddy? She whispered to herself. That's because you are. By a ghost bear called Goldie, who is sweet and innocent, as you'll find out later if you want to keep reading this. Yeah. She rolled over as her thoughts drifted back to the newspaper she had seen. They weren't there when I left, she murmured to her pillow. There's something going on there, other than sentient animatronics. But what? She stared pensively at the fabric of her pillowcase. Maybe I'll find out something next time? But in the meantime, she glanced over at her weapon choice for the next night before smirking evilly. I'll keep things interesting. And that is the end of chapter 3. So, that was that. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. Comment down below if you want to hear more of this, or maybe you want me to go back to the other fanfic. The crossover FNAF one. Which I might do that actually at some another time. I miss it. They haven't updated it in a while, which makes me sad. But I can put up with it. Also, say goodbye to Cupcake. Yeah. And I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye!